Hello guys, my name is Russ. Welcome to a new channel, a channel that I hope will be a good documentation of my journey getting back into collecting Pokemon cards after about a 20-year hiatus, something like that. Basically, long story short, I used to collect Pokemon cards as a kid, like many others. I'm 32 now, so that was a while back, and I've got cards dating all the way back to 1999, the base set and everything like that. Probably collected them for a good few years, trading them in the playground and things like that. And I recently decided that I'd quite like to get back into collecting them. So I've been doing a little bit of research online and, looking at what about the new sets and how it kind of works now and the hobby and stuff like that. And I decided to try and dig out my old Pokemon card collection at my parents' yesterday because we went over for Father's Day. And found these binders. So we've got two binders here and an entire shoebox full of loose cards that we're going to go through. I'll probably cut out a couple things in between because there's a lot of cards to go through, but we will go through the binders first on the camera here, and I'll pull random cards through in front of the camera. I haven't really looked through these much. I've had a quick flick through because these are a mixture of mine and my little brother's collection. I was trying to flick through the binders to see if I could spot whose is whose, but I think it's just a big amalgamation of all of our cards combined. So I don't really know whose is whose, but I just figured it would be fun to go through an old collection, a 20 to 25-year-old collection of cards and figure out if there's anything good. And again, I'm new to getting back into this as of about a week and a half ago, maybe. I've decided that I haven't even opened any new packs yet. About a week and a half ago, so I'd like to get back into it. So you guys in the comments are going to have to let me know if there's any good cards that you see. I'm just going to take them at face value for ones I think look cool and let me know if there's any good ones. So binder number one, let's move this out of the way. I've also got some sleeves on the side here, but I don't know if I'm going to sleeve up as we go, or I might just sleeve all the shiny ones or something after this video finishes. But binder number one, let's open it up. Cool. All right, that's a good start. We have some EXs, Latias and Latios. And I don't know the condition of these cards. These have been literally in this binder in my parents' attic loft for like 20 years. Like straight up just 20 years. Like they haven't really been touched or moved or anything. They're not even sleeved up. They're just inside this old binder, right? So I don't know how the condition will be, but looking on the camera here, yeah, honestly, this looks in pretty good nick. So again, I don't know if these cards are even rare or if they're worth anything. I just remember like trading for them on the playground, and that was cool. You can see on the edges they're pretty scuffed. I might just keep the shiny ones out and then sleeve them up in a second. So we have a Latias, we have a Latios up here, which again looks in pretty good condition. There's a little bit of scratching on that one, I think. And again, yeah, some around the edges. So I assume all the backs are going to be a little bit messed up. Then we have some Rayquazas. We have a Rayquaza EX, which I very specifically remember selling to my little brother when we were younger. He had a bunch of pocket money, Christmas money, birthday money, stuff like that. And he was like 8, right? Or like 7 maybe. And he kept getting loads of money from like our grandparents and relatives and stuff. He had no use for it. And I wanted to buy video games. So I sold him some of my cards for like £5 a piece, thinking that I was completely taking advantage of him, swindling him out of all of his money. And well, now that this has been 20 years later, honestly, he's probably laughing because the ones that are his probably are worth quite a bit now, I'd imagine. This again looks in pretty good condition. So we got Rayquaza there, Rayquaza EX, that one. I don't know what series of series these are from. I guess this is like, I think these are like the first EX cards that came out. I don't know like which like set these are from. And then we've got a Rayquaza here, a different one, which I think must be his because I don't really recognize this one too much. But this one is I don't even know what that means. Rayquaza with a little gold star and 2 little dots. If you guys can see that one. Yeah, with some cool artwork. He's like coming out the frame there, which is nice. I really like that. The other ones didn't come out the frame; they're just kind of pictures. So that was cool. And if we turn the page, what do we have? We have Kyogre and Groudon. Kyogre is shiny. That's cool. One of my favorite Pokemon because I'm a Gen 3. I played the first Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3 on Game Boy, and I haven't played any others. And I'm recently going back to actually... First, right now I'm doing a Fire Red playthrough, just in my own time to kind of get reaccustomed to the games, because I'm just kind of I'm on a bit of a Pokemon like kick at the moment. So I'm just kind of go through the old games. And I remember very specifically, Sapphire was one of my favorites, and Kyogre was yeah, like one of my best Pokemon. I had him at level 100. He was an absolute beast. He could one-shot like every hard enemy in the entire game. That was not hollow, that one. So cool to have. Not hollow. Then we have a Hariyama and a Wailord EX. So Hariyama here. Very beat up. This one's got a lot of scratches, you can see there on the front. But a cool card. Cool card. And then we got Wailord, which I do very specifically remember. It was hard to get this one. I remember doing a lot of trades in the playground for this. Got some creases in the top, as you can see there. But otherwise, very cool card. I like these EXs because they're very shiny. I'm from the days when the hollows were... Hopefully we'll find some in here, but the base set ones. So I might just take all these out. We got Entei, which is very, very beat up, this one. This must be one of his, because I don't remember ever having an Entei card. But cool Pokemon. Cool card, but it's very, very, very scuffed. Oh my god, it's even peeling down here. That's crazy. Yeah, so that one was obviously being held together by the actual binder itself there. That was a bit scuffed. On the back of those, we got some Wingles. A Deoxys one. I don't know really what like this little watermark almost looking thing on some of the hollows is, because it's on these ones down here as well. These are this Claydol and this Deoxys. We got Wingull. Put some Wingles. I might just chuck these back in the binder actually. Bear with me. So maybe I won't take out every single one. We've got Lombra. We've got a Claydol. I don't know what the significance is. This one has a gold name. This one has a gold name and the Deoxys symbol. But this one has a Deoxys symbol and doesn't have a gold name. So I don't really know what those mean, but maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. We also over here have a wait, show you guys this. Alright, I accidentally cut off the recording. As I was saying, this is a very scuffed setup, and this is the first time I'm using my phone as like a little desk cam. So we got a Sableye here, again with a gold name and Deoxys symbol. The Wingull, not with a gold name, but a Deoxys symbol. Don't know what these mean. Over here we just have a non-hollow Deoxys, and that looks like a hollow. The Breloom. Let me see. That one is indeed a hollow. That's pretty cool. I like the artwork on that one. That's nice. Okay, we have a Breloom. Yeah, that's the set. I think is that the set on there? The Star 7, whatever Star 7 means, guys. That's the set we're looking at right now. That seems to be most of these ones. Then we go down to the old school stuff. We've got a fossil non-hollow Zapdos there, a fossil non-hollow Articuno, and I don't know what that logo means. Like a medal of some kind. Oh, you guys can't really see. It's like a medal of some kind on the Moltres. Very beat up card, that one. And then up here that is a hollow, I believe. There's a Deoxys boost energy hollow there. Don't know. Oh, there's another one underneath it as well. Don't know really what that is. I guess in my eyes it's an energy, so probably not the best card ever to have. Let me chuck that back in. And then we have, ooh, this is cool, some promos. So these I very specifically remember from literally going to Pokemon the first movie, which is awesome. That's the one where like Mewtwo fights against, is there two Mewtwo's or is it Mewtwo fighting Mew or something? It was a sick film. I remember fucking loving it as a kid. So we have a Mewtwo from that. Then we also have a Pikachu from Pokemon the first movie. And we also have an Electabuzz from Pokemon the first movie. I very specifically remember getting those. I think I did see the movie twice actually. So I probably got two of these. And then there's a Fortress, which is a hollow. Gray card, I guess that's because it's steel, right? That must be steel. That one's pretty cool. Again, these are all quite beat up on the back, so I don't know if they're really going to be like, if any of the cards are like valuable in any way, but they're cool to have, and it's cool to go through them. It's cool to find them. There's a Camerupt here. That one's hollow. That's cool. We have a war turtle as well, hollow. With a non-hollow behind it. That's cool. They do hollows on non-max evolutions now. That's pretty nice. Then we have a base old school bad boy on the Nidoking hollow there. I won't take every single one out of the case, but we have a Nidoking there. We have a Houndour, looks like a reverse hollow, that one. And over here we've got, let's have a look. Let me move my mouse out of the way. We've got a, sorry, scuffed setup strikes again. Oh god. Okay, there we go. So we have a Linoon reverse hollow, it looks like. Is this a hollow? That does look like one. A Crawdant. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, this says Dragon Frontier. Dragon, what does that say? Dragon Frontiers? Is that the Curlier? Let's have a look here. I'm gonna read it through the screen. Yeah, Dragon Frontiers, and I think that's, is that hollow? Does that count as hollow? She looks quite shiny, but the background doesn't, so I don't really know. But maybe that's like a special card of some kind. Pretty cool. A Chikorita with a cool artwork made of like plasticine or something. And over here we have a Larvitar, a Pupitar, a Bayleaf, and a Meganium, which I think that one's a hollow. Oh god, look at this binder, man. It's, it's absolutely fucked. This one, yeah, that looks like, does that count as a hollow? I don't know, like, these are just not the kind of hollows that I'm used to back in my day. So I guess, yeah, Chikorita, Bayleaf, Meganium, I think that's the evolution path, right? We've got a Nidorino and a Cloyster there. Oh, you guys can't see. And then we've got an Elekid and a Nidoran. We've got a Swellow and a Magikarp. And some of these are very thick. Like look at that. That's thick. I think we've got cards. So Magikarp, an original Magikarp from base set 2. Another Magikarp, and then we've got some Seadras as well on the other side. So I'll chuck those back in there. Hopefully this video doesn't get too long, but I feel like this is kind of wholesome. So, you know, maybe we don't need to rush. There's a Seal and a Mareep down there. And then we've got, like I showed you, a couple Seadras. That's from the fossil set. A Gyarados from that little target sign. I don't know what that is. Another Seadra, but more modern one, it looks like. A Barboach. We have Corpish, Tentacruel, which is again a fossil set, which is nice. Is that the only one? That's the only one, it looks like. Horsey from fossil set, looks like there's a few in there. Maybe there's a few different Horseys, maybe. I know they're both like that. Oh, we have a, that one should probably go that way. And on the back, a Lotad and a Starmie. Let's put Starmie at the front because I can see that's from a base set too. Then we have an Omastar. And then on this side, an Omanite, a Lotad. We've got that Starmie base set too, which is cool. The original Poliwag as well, which is nice. Untail, don't really know that one myself. Gorbis. Some of these new Pokemon I don't really know, because like I said, I've only really played the first 3 gens myself. So Pelipper, I do remember from Pokemon Sapphire. Clampo, I think, was also that generation. Not mistaken. Same with Electrike. There's a couple Electrikes here. And then an Electric, which I do believe was the evolution. Pikachu. Now, it looks like we've stacked cards of the same Pokemon. Oh dear. Well, isn't this wholesome? So there's a very defaced Jungle Pikachu, which I've obviously, or whoever, maybe it's me. That does look like my handwriting, to be fair. Fully grown Chew, 6,000 health, wearing a set of hot pants, it looks like. Ability Hippie Dance, and then I don't know what that resistance is. And then minus 600, and then it's not common, guys. It's a rare. It's a star there. Okay. Oh no, I've ruined the Yellow Cheeks as well. There you go, a ruined Yellow Cheeks Pikachu. Ooh, another promo Pikachu, which don't know what that promo is from, but that's pretty cool. Another defaced Jungle Pikachu. Yeah. Okay, so good to put this one at the front because that's a nice Pikachu. So we got that. I'll start going a little bit faster. So yeah, Electrikes. We've got some Surskit here, the little thingy. Weeping Bell, that's from the jungle. We got Coughing. We got a Team Rocket Coughing down here, which is cool. Fossil Zubat, Jungle Gloom, Shroomish. Okay. Oh, there's a few Coffins in there. Scyther, Pineco, Wurmple, Silicoon. I believe that one goes into that one. Shiftry. I don't remember where you get Shiftry from, but I do remember it was Sapphire Gen. Then we have a Spoink, a Metang, a Ralts, Duskull. Ooh, Kadabra. I think that's good to have, right? Because I heard something about they stopped printing Kadabras or something. Some kind of lawsuit or something. Maybe you guys can fill me in the comments. Don't really know the lore behind it, but Kadabra's cool. There's a couple Abras in there by the looks of it. Clefable, Vigoroth. That one was again from a 3rd gen, I think. Ursaring. I think that's 2nd gen because it came from, is it Teddy Ursa or something? Yeah, that little boy back there. And then you've got Slack Off, which goes to Slacking. That's Gen 3. Bagon, which I feel like evolved into something really cool, but I can't remember which. I feel like that went to like a really cool like dragon Pokemon or something. Halo, some original Meowths from Jungle. Skitty, a Dark Raticate. That's from Team Rocket set as well, which is cool. Swablu. We'll get through these a little bit quicker. Ooh, a base set 2 Arcanine. That's nice. An original Growlithe. It doesn't look like I have many first editions in here. I was kind of hoping I would have some first editions, but looks like they were like the base set non-first editions most of the time. And I will tell you guys my story about my very favorite card, which I don't think is in here. But I used to have a Charizard from base set and I lost it. It's sleeved up in a book somewhere. And maybe I'll tell the full story another time, but yes, I don't have my Charizard anymore. And the reason I know it's not going to be in these folders is because it was put into a book to protect it inside of a sleeve back when I first pulled it. And we never, I don't know where the book is. My parents don't know where the book is. That we've lost it. But somewhere out there is a pretty much mint condition shiny Charizard from back in the day, and hopefully, I'm not holding my breath, but maybe one day we'll find it. So Marowak, Diglett, Rhydon, Lunatone. I'll tell the whole story about my Charizard another time. Maybe it's like something for the future. I suppose I can tell it now. Maybe I'll tell it at the end of the video. Right, so we got Kabuto, Fossil, an Umbreon here, which is cool. A Houndoom, which I always thought that Pokemon was absolutely sick. I never had one, but I always thought it was sick because I think is it Team Rocket or Team like Aqua maybe uses them? Can't remember. And we got a Magmar Fossil here, and that's End of Binder number 1. So again, out of these cards, these are like the EXs that I deemed, I guess, like the most valuable. If any of these are good, let me know. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, but these look cool. So I'll probably sleeve these up in a bit. Anyway, on to binder number 2, which I was missing its artwork on the front, sadly. We have what looks like more kind of older cards. So we got Bellsprout, Golbat. Looks like we got a few different Golbats, maybe. Yeah, a couple different Golbats there. Looks like we might have a couple different Bellsprouts. I know. Oh, this is a base set 2. This is a jungle one. So I guess the base set 2 combine like jungle, fossil, and base set into one and just re-release it. Is that how that went? Got an Arbok, Caterpie. Over here we have Grimer, Nidoran. What's that? Cacnea, Paras, Nidoran. A lot of Nidorans by looks of things. Oh yeah, why was the Nidoking in the other binder then? Because all the Nidorans and Nidorinos and stuff, some Venonats on the back, are in this one. So it doesn't seem very organized. I might take these out and organize them. I did order myself a new binder for my new collection I want to start, but maybe I'll sleeve a couple of these good ones up and put them back in this binder in a bit more of an order or something. So we've got Nidorans, Nidorina, Nidorino. Looks like no Nidoqueen, but we had the Nidoking. Oddish, some Venonats, original Bulbasaur. That's cool. Ekans. We got Weedle, Spheal. Oh, sorry, you can't see Spheal there. And then a Roselia, which that was Gen 3 as well, wasn't it? But I don't think that was mine. That was a holo. So that was creased up a little bit, as you can see. But a pretty cool holo, actually. I like that. So we still got some. So it means that we're not through all the holos and stuff. We've got some here. Oh, we've got Golduck and a Dark Golduck, which is very faded. Oh, it says super stupid. So that one's the face as well. Tentacool, Totodile, Krabby, Staryu, a Dark Vaporeon. I feel like people love EVs these days and evolutions. So Dark Vaporeon is kind of a cool card to have. Normal Vaporeon there. What's that? CeeLo, Goldeen, Shelder, another one with a gold name. Okay, this one's a gold name and it says, what does this say on it? Something on it. Unseen Forces. Okay. So, Unseen Forces, whatever that means. This is a gold name. Does that mean... I don't know what that means. Let me know in the comment what the gold name means, guys. Marill, original Charmander, original Charmeleon, a Dark Flareon as well. That's cool. Then what do we have over here? We have old Magnemite, Voltorb, Rocket version. I think there's probably a normal Voltorb under that. If I'm working out what's going on here, it looks like it. Slugma and Macargo. The original Electrode before he got a shiny version. I think that one was, wasn't it? Ghastly, cool Pokemon. A Rocket Drowsy with probably a normal Drowsy behind it. Let's have a look. Oh. Defaced Drowsy. Yeah. And then we got Girafarig, Natu, original Rattata, my boy. Looks like there might be some more Rattatas. Yeah. Slowpoke from Fossil. That's a cool. I like that artwork. It's so simple. Curlia again, but different version, non-shiny. We've got Doduo, a Jigglypuff, a Dodrio, what looks to be a lot of EVs, maybe? We got this EV, a Jungle EV, and then, yeah, whatever that EV is. On the back, ooh, reverse holo Geodude. What are these? Oh, we might as well look at these here. We got Geodude, is that original Geodude, the fossil version, and then a bit more of a modern one there. That's pretty cool. Chuck those back in there. Let's have a look. Hopefully this video is not going to be ridiculously long. But if it is, I guess watch it on 2x speed or... or maybe you just enjoyed it, me rambling. We've got Sandshrew, a Machop. I would love to find... Like, we have a Machop and a Machoke here. I would love to find the original Machamp, because I feel like there was a set you could buy, and it always came with a Machamp. Like, he was, like, the face card of the set. So, you got, like, guaranteed holo Machamp. And I feel like he was always first edition as well. At least, like, I feel like I had, like, 2 or 3 first edition Machamps at one point. I felt like they weren't rare and they were very easy to get, but yeah, still pretty cool because he looked badass, right? So we got that reverse holo Geodude, a Lickitung, an Onix, a Sandslash, a bit more of a modern Cubone there. Seedot, oh, that's the guy that went to Shiftry, isn't it? Executor, original Jungle, Dragonair, a Beldum. Again, we saw the one, I think, that evolves from the Beldum a little bit ago. So there's no order here. Mareep again, an Inkada, who I feel like, can't remember who that evolves into, but it seems kind of useless. I remember that one was like free XP whenever I'd encounter it in the game. Trapinch Execute, the original Execute there. Oh, looks like we might have a few Executes, or maybe that's a few Poliwhirls on this side. We have, yeah, quite a few Executes, and then Erica's Execute. Oh, so this must have been like a gym leader pack, because it's got like a little picture of the gym leader down there. That's pretty cool. So we got Erica's Execute. Nice. Let me put these back in here. Oh god. Oh, they're on this side. Okay. I am silly. Right, then we have a Trico, which I think was a starter. Old Butterfree, Meditite, old Tangler, old Victory Bell, Metapod, Fossil Weezing there. And then a couple trainer cards. We got super potion and the potion, the original haunter here. I'm looking as well, like none of these look shadowless or first edition, so I think those ones might have been before my time. A ton of energies. These ones are thick as well, so I'm assuming they're just stacking energies. Couple trainer cards. Looks like we've got some bills or something. There's some bills here. We got some bills. Energy Search, Defender, Mr. Britney's Compassion, a Switch, Balloonberry, Misty's Wrath, Imposter, Oak's Revenge. That one's cool. The Rocket card as well. That's cool. That's in quite good condition, actually. A little bit frayed. Nice, though. Nice. And that looks to be the end of that binder. Oh, we got a few odd cards just not even in a thingy here. What's this? Pinocchio. Pinocchio Geoguess. No? What does that say? Gorgeousness. Is it? Oh, it's a Top Trumps Shrek card, guys. So there we go. That's cool. Original Ponyta, a Hoppip, a bad condition Rhyhorn, a completely fucked up Spearow. It looks like I like to draw on my cards, huh? Probably on my duplicates. That's binder 2. Less cool than binder 1, I think. Now we can move into the shoebox. So I don't know if there's gonna be anything good in here, but we're gonna look anyway. So there's some Yu-Gi-Oh cards in here as well. We've got Yu-Gi-Oh cards, we've got Pokemon cards. For this video, I'm just interested in the Pokemon, to be honest. But if you want a follow-up video of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I also found my Yu-Gi-Oh cards ultimate deck. And I haven't actually looked at these at all, not even glanced at them. So I've got, this is a deck that I used to think was really, really good. And then I think under that is just like a bunch of my other Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So if you want a Yu-Gi-Oh card trip down memory lane, let me know in the comments and I can quite easily make that video as well. But for today, we're going to focus on the Pokemon. So these Yu-Gi-Oh cards are probably going to go back in the shoebox. There is a stack of Pokemon cards with an elastic band around them. So I think we're going to take a look at those. Let's take the bands off and we'll just kind of speed run these, to be honest. So again, a drawn on potion, another coughing. What's this? Trainer cards. Some of these are upside down. That's a pretty cool looking Haunter. I like that one. A Rocket Machop. Energy. An old Abra and Ghastlies. A Rocket Psyduck. That's pretty cool. We have a Arcanine. Energies. Base set 2 Parasect. So some of these for some reason didn't make it into the folders. A Beldum. An original Charmander. Energy. Machop there. Blaine's Quiz. Oh yeah, I remember that from the gym actually. Yeah, you had to answer questions and stuff. We've got Diglett. We've got an old Magmar here. An old Wartortle. A Krabby, which looks a little bit more modern. Shelder. Another Eevee. A Ghastly again. A non-Olo Breloom. We got Tentacle. Trainer cards. Get rid of these energies. Professor Oak. That's pretty cool. Another one of those cool Haunters. A Tentacruel. That one's pretty nice. Reminds me of that Pokemon episode. And then you got trainer cards. What are these? Professor Cosmo. Don't know them. Don't know her. Don't know that. Pokemon Center. That's the original. Space Center. Don't know these. Oh, a Master Ball. That's pretty cool. Oh, shiny Professor Oak's Research. What does that say? That's Dragon Frontiers again. Potion, Gym, another Bill, some Claws, Energy. I do remember that art quite specifically. Pokeball. We got Tauros from Jungle. We got a Hitmonchan from Hitmonlee from Fossil. There's not really been many hollows. I don't know what happened to hollows because we definitely had a good amount. Ghastly, Trainer, a Pidgeotto. That's nice. Another Magmar Fossil. Trainer cards. Hey, a Mankey that I didn't draw on. That's cool. We're improving, guys. An energy base set 2 there. Ooh, the original Squirtle. That's nice. Actually, yeah, it's a bit faded. A lot of the colors are a little bit faded on the yellow borders there. Energies. Oh, we saw something shiny. Yo, look at that, guys. In the shoebox, we have a Mewtwo. Oh, it's got some marks. Oh no, they're scratches. They're scratches. In the shoebox is a Mewtwo, but not in the binder. I don't know why. But yeah, there you go. Original Holo Mewtwo. That's cool. That's actually a cool card. I really like the Holo design with like the kind of like spirally wavy marks behind it. That's really nice. Very scratched up, but still pretty cool to have. That's nice. Original Charmander. Another Clampo. We got some energies here. Another one of those Haunters. A Jigglypuff with writing all over it. Put that in the dud pile. A Pokeball. Staryu. Switch. Energy. Switch. Team Magma guy. Energy. Ooh, a Rocket Dratini. That's kind of nice. I like that. I like that picture. Ocean. And then a Fearow at the end. So that's pile 1. Piles 1 and 2. I'll just move those to the side there. So wait, I'll get the Mewtwo out of there because I'll probably want to put that in a sleeve or something. So there you go. Good pull from that pile, guys. We got a Mewtwo to add to our EX pile. Now I got another pile here. So we're just going to keep going through the shoebox. And we're going to speedrun it a little bit. Meowth. Okay, we got a Jinx here. We got a Spoink. Energy. Another Wartortle. Ooh, a Whaler. A Whalmer to go with that Wailord. That's pretty cool. Another one of those Geodudes non-reverse holo this time. Ghastly from number 2 there. We got Blaine. We got Tentacle. Computer Search. Another Ponyta. We have a Kingler from Fossil. That's pretty nice. Another Horsey with a bunch of horrible looking shit all over. It looks like a snail's crawled on that one or something. I'll put that in the dud pile. We have Energy Retrieval Trainer, another Haunter. Look at like a lot of duplicates. An original Dratini, that's pretty nice. Another Charmander, another Squirtle, a Pidgey. I like a Pidgey. We have a Numel and a Cyndaquil. And then a Rocket Squirtle, that's pretty cool. Hopefully that's just going to be, yeah, there's a Rocket Slowpoke. There might just be some Rocket cards in here. So a Fossil, a Rocket Slowpoke. Sorry for the camera angle, by the way. Like I said, it's a very scuffed setup. Like I'm using some phone on my app. I've got my PC webcam here. And I try and fix this for the next time. I'm actually going to put my hand underneath the camera. I feel like that's better. We've got Ghastly here. An Oddish. What's this? A Vulpix. Tentacle. Another Fearow, but a little bit more modern looking art. That's cool. Ooh, that Rocket Oddish is nice. I like that one. We have Energy Cloyster. Fossil Cloyster. Pretty cool. Goldeen. Another Staryu. Another Rattata. Another Slugma. Another Slugma. Another Vulpix. Azurill. Is that the one that evolves into Marill? And then there's Azumarill afterwards, right? Old School Charmeleon. And another Ponyta. Get these energies out of here. Another Charmander. Gust of Wind. Remember that? I remember quite liking that card. It looked pretty cool because I liked how his eye is kind of like jumping out of his face. The old Gambler. That one's nice. Another Spheal there. An old Onyx. Krabby. Another Magikarp. Again. Yeah, a lot of these cards are like very faded. It seems like they've been like left in the sun or something. An old Kakuna. It's pretty cool. Another Machop. We have Ghastly, Ponyta, Horsey, a Rocket Porygon. That's nice. Pretty cool. I like the art style there. And then that Wartortle, which we saw a shiny version of as well. No good cards in that bunch. Don't worry, guys. I have plenty more. So let's put these over here as well. God, I'm going to have so many cards on my desk. All right, Whalmer. We got a Bill. Energy. That one is... That doesn't look like my drawing. That looks like... Yeah. What does that say? Flop like an idiot. There you go. Flop like an idiot, guys. That is not my handwriting. Okay, I will say that much. We got some trainer cards. Skitty. Energies. What was that? Another Spearow that's been drawn on. The second Spearow. Spearow's not had a good time here. A Dark Persian. That's pretty cool. Meowth. Tailo again. Gust of Wind. Something drawn on that, like an amoeba. Professor Oak, another Gust of Wind. These are just trainer cards. Persian with some writing on it. That's a scratch. Don't know what that says. Scratch something. It's got some angry eyebrows as well. Look at that. Grr. Imposter Professor Oak. Ooh, a rocket EV. That's cool. Energies. Get these out here. A dark war turtle. Nice. I like that one. Tentacle. Scoop up. Tentacrawl again with the cool artwork. Drowsy. A rocket Abra. That's nice. We have a, again, drawn on Ponyta. Drawn on Slugma, a drawn on Jigglypuff with an afro, a Graveler who's vomiting or got a beard maybe, I don't know. Skitty here. Get these energies out of here. Trainer cards, energies, trainer cards. Okay, are we gonna get anything good in here? Goldeen, energy, a Corpish, which I think is the one that goes to that Crawdnaut or something, right? A Rhyhorn. That's pretty nice. I like Rhyhorn. Yeah, we saw the Rhydon before actually, so we've got some stuff coming. Another Rocket EV, which is cool. This one looks to be in a little bit better condition, probably because it was in the middle of the pack. Trainer cards, Rattata, Krabby, Wally's training. He's from Gen 3, Wally is, I think. Goop Gas, trainers, another Poliwag. That was a bit scuffed on the edge there, right there. Fossil Cider, that's cool. Rattata, another Charmander. Ooh, and a Poliwhirl again. This Charmander feels really weird. It's got like a little. Oh God, sorry. It's got like a little bit of a. Oh my God, cameraman. This is not the ideal setup. Okay, it's got like a little bit of a weird edge to it. Like a plasticky looking edge. I don't know if is that like blue or is it undone or is it fake? Who would fake a Charmander? I don't know. Anyway, we got Poliwhirl. We got a written on Charmeleon, unlucky. A Charmander, a drawn on Snorlax. I think there was a shiny Snorlax. I don't have a shiny Snorlax to my knowledge, but or never did. But I think this card exists in Holo version, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and some energies. Let me get another bunch for you guys. We have, look, some Harry Potter cards. I don't know if Harry Potter trading card game. Did not even know that existed. They probably were not mine. Then we have, I think we're coming to the end of it now. There's some Digimon cards here even. Look at that. Digimon cards. Don't remember those either, but there's some Digimon cards. There's some top trumps. Look at this. Trip down memory lane. Doctor Who top trumps with David Tennant. Lord of the Rings top trumps. Manchester United top trumps. Yeah, there's just a bunch of all sorts in here. All right, let's do what I think is the last stack of Pokemon cards that I can see though, so should be fun. Some Yu-Gi-Oh on top as well. Any good Yu-Gi-Oh cards you see there, guys? Okay, let's get those out of here. And then Pokemon. So, get rid of this. And I think the rest of Pokemon. So, they're all upside down and stuff, so bear with me. But, we're going to do our best. So, we have a Duskull. We have another Gyarados. We have a Baltoy. A couple of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there. Let's squeak through the card. I see something shiny down here. This thing. I don't know what that is, but a Magneton. Here are these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We have a Tailo here. And a Trapinch here. And let me just scrape these away to the side. And we can just grab a little pile at a time. Another Trapinch. We have another Deoxys. Don't know if that one's good or not, but there you go. A Numel. Ooh! We pulled something. Team Aqua's Walrein, which is shiny. So that's nice. I'll put that in the pile of hollows. A Cubone Reverse. We have a Brava. Again, guys, let me know if any of these are like good and worth keeping. A non-hollow Rayquaza, which I feel like is pretty cool. A newer looking Weezing, ahead of my time, I think. Or after my time. Slackoth. We have Spoink again. We have Weezing. Oh, so we got Slackoth again. Magneton. Trapinch, plasticine looking model one. That's cool. Ooh, Dark Kadabra. Again, with the whole Kadabra thing. I don't think there are many Kadabra cards, so that is awesome. Staryu and Magikarp Rocket, which is cool. And onto the little next patch. Did I just see a first edition somewhere? I'm not sure if I did. We have a Natu, a Dark Gyarados, which is cool. Rocket Machop. I think the Rocket cards are quite rare, right? Like, I've seen a lot of people opening the old Rocket packs recently on YouTube, and they're like really, really hyped up. So it's cool to find some Rocket cards, especially with the whole new Destined Rivals one that's just come out. A Piloswine. Oh! A Hollow Dark Alakazam Rocket. Nice. Is that good condition? I feel like it's got a little bit of a crease down at the bottom. But like there's a crease down around there. Not too good. But other than that, like not too scratched up. Not too bad. Oh, pretty fucked on the back, not gonna lie. I'll put that in the pile though. Put that in the pile of hollows. Talo. Magikarp, we have another Duskull, we have a Corpish, a Growlithe, and a Lotad. That's cool artwork. Right, we're nearing the end. Oh, a Deoxys Hollow Slugma non-gold name. Some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. What are these? Dark Fire Soldier, they go in the box. What's that? A Wurmple. We have Zubat, a non-hollow version of that Kyogre that we found earlier. Articuno, it's cool. I do remember liking the thick line. There was something to do with these thick borders on these cards. I can't remember what it was, but there was something special about those borders. I don't really remember. Oh look, the gold version of that Macargo, which matches the Slugma that we just found. Whiscash, Dark Machamp, that's cool. That looks badass, that card. Again, very beat up, all of these, but very cool nonetheless. A Golbat, a Yu-Gi-Oh card. We have a Salamence, which I think was... did that evolve into some crazy dragon, or was that the final evolution? Oh yeah, it was... what was that called? A Shelgon, and Salamence was the final one. Oh, that was it. Bagon, Shelgon, Salamence, right? So yeah, there you go. Bagon. Reverse Hollow Poochyena, cute dog. We have a Numel, Team Magma's Numel. We have a Bagon again, and a Deoxys Hollow Shroomish. Pretty cool. And then onto the last set, guys, or the second last set. Lairon here, which I think goes to Aggron. There you go, and Aron right next to it. So there is some order here somewhere, and then a Wurmple, and then these I'm holding, I believe, are the last ones. So a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah, get out of here. Another Baltoy. We have a Crawdnought, trainer cards. I see something shiny. I think that's that Magneton. We've got an Aaron, Electrike, a pretty cool reverse hollow Magneton, which is nice. And Magikarp. We have a Slack Off. This is cool turning them over because I can't see them. Like, you guys see them at the same time as me. There's the Shelgon. Another energy, metal energy. We have a for Brava, that goes to Flygon in the end, doesn't it? And then Team Magma's Belt, another Nincada. We have Team Aqua Hideout, Sveal, Team Aqua Sveal, a Coughing, and a Mudkip, which is a starter, I think. Electrike again, Golbat again. A little Jigglypuff, which doesn't have a defaced afro. That's a cool art. I like that Jigglypuff. That's a cool one. A Ninjask. Oh, that's what the Nincada goes into, isn't it? Ooh, we have another shiny in a second. A Numel, and then a Team Aqua's Crawdant, which is again a holo. So you can chuck that over in the holo section. Then we have a Clefable, throwing it back. Corpish, Arcanine, and a Natu. And I think that is everything that we got in the haul. So yeah, some I left in the binders, obviously. Oh god, I don't want to put these with these cards. Actually, I want to keep these energies separate. The energies can go back in the shoebox, and all the defaced cards. And I'll give you a little rundown of what we got. So there's obviously, you know, there's like a Nidoking and stuff in one of these binders. There's a couple other cards. Cool, a good few Team Rocket stuff. But I think of like the, you know, coolest, shiniest ones. We have, I move these to the side here. Where am I going to move them to? Let's chuck these all over here. We have the Latias EX. I'll just sleeve up now. So we have the Latias. We have the Crawdont. And we have the Dark Alakazam, which I think is badass. This card is sick. I love like how the holo is like coming down from like the moonlight in the window. That one looks badass. Yep. We have the what's this guy called? Walrein. Team Aqua's Walrein, which is a little bit bent up in the middle, but when it's in a binder, it won't really matter, right? We got the Mewtwo, the OG Mewtwo, which is badass as hell. We have the Wailord EX, which I think is badass, because not often that you had a Pokemon that had 200 HP, I seem to remember back in the day. Before, like, all these Pokemon cards came out with, like, 300 XP, like all these Mega Giga cards and stuff like that. So there's the Wailord, pretty cool. With the Hariyama EX as well. There you go, there's the Hariyama. Pretty nice card. We have this Rayquaza, which is holo, and I've never seen a card with this little gold star on the top. So if any of you guys know what that means, then let me know, because like it's no EX or anything like that. There's no other card that we came across that had this star. So I guess hopefully one of you guys knows. There's the Rayquaza. There's the Rayquaza EX as well. So we'll put these in sleeves so they can, like, at least they won't get any more damage than they already are, right? Or hopefully not. That's the Rayquaza from Target set thing. Oh, if you want to look this up, this is from Star 7, whatever that is. Then we got that Rayquaza. Yeah, maybe you guys can do some research in the comments if you don't know either. Let's see. Is that Latios? I can't get this one in. We have the Latios EX. Some of these do look in pretty good condition though, so I'm quite happy with how they've aged, considering they've just been locked in a book in a dusty attic for 20 years. Most of them, at least. Probably some of them like closer to 15. A Groudon. That one's not holo. I don't know why I've sleeved that one, but hey. And then we've got the Kyogre counterpart, which one is holo, which is nice. So we'll chuck that one in there. And then we have the Entei, the very, very beat up Entei, which probably doesn't even deserve a sleeve, but hey, they're only a penny. So let's just throw it in there anyway and make sure that corner is not. That corner is going flat. There we go. And at least looks about as good as it can. Very fucked up Entei. But yeah, there you go. There's like most of the good pulls. Then there's obviously like a couple like Nidoking and a couple shinies in here. I'm going to go back through these binders and try and sort them out. But there you go. That's my Pokemon card collection from 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Pretty cool. I have, as I said, guys, I wanted to use this channel to document my journey getting back into Pokemon. So I went ahead the other day, went into town, went into all the different shops that I could find, and bought a bunch of different packs. I don't know where to start with modern day Pokemon cards, but if you want to see me open these packs, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'll probably do a pack opening video soon. We have probably the next video, to be honest. These are kind of burning a hole. Like, I really want to open these. So yeah, we'll open them soon. But yeah, I've got 2 Destined Rivals, 2 Paradox Rift, 4 Surging Sparks, and 4 Journey Together. So I just bought an assortment of different ones that I could find, and we'll just kind of see how they go. And then again, like I said, with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, if you want to see that, drop a comment or something. Okay, but yes, next video we open up all these. That should be good fun. And then I've bought a binder, and I've bought some sleeves. I bought some top loaders so that I can start my Pokemon collecting journey once again. Probably a horrible financial decision, but hopefully it'll be fun. And this all started because I bought a pack at TwitchCon like 2 weeks ago, and I pulled a I bought a pack of 151 and I pulled the Blastoise EX and I was like, can you sleeve this? I got super excited. And the guy was like, yeah, that card's absolutely worthless. But it gave me like the dopamine hit that basically made me go into a rabbit hole of looking up Pokemon cards. So here I am, almost 2 weeks, like about 2 weeks later, probably about to make the worst financial decision ever, getting into this hobby. But I think it will be fun. And yeah, I just remembered, I suppose this led me to remember, you know, how much I actually really like Pokemon. What a big nerd I am. But yeah, all like, I don't know, it just reminded me that, yeah, Pokemon are actually pretty sick. So there you go. There's all the cards that we pulled today from the old sets, I suppose. There's the Wailord, get the Rayquaza in there. Yeah, there you go. There's that gold star thingy, and then the Hariyama can go just down there. But yeah, that's the whole thing. I'll see if I cut much of this out. Maybe I rambled a bit. Maybe, was it 44 minutes? Probably going to have some cuts. So let me know how I did on the cuts. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, subscribe if you want to see the pack openings and more Pokemon card collecting, documenting, and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know, leave a comment. All right, and like the video and subscribe. Okay, do all the things, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.